Hello everyone, Hamas28 here, and today we're back in the back rooms. As you could see from last time, let me move that. We've got a little bit more production going on. The bulk blasting setup is completed. As you can see, we have 2,300 iron ingots ready for use whenever we need. I don't even need that much iron anymore. It's crazy. Anyways, I also built the industrial fermenter and the refinery. This is going to be important for the next step as we need to get fiberboard, which they list as stronger than wood. It's the base component for brass casings. Now, first things first, we are going to have to power this. So let's grab our handy dandy engineer's toolbox. We're going to need some low voltage wiring and some wire connectors. Let's see, one here. And where's the power on this guy? Back here. Then let's see, we're gonna need to go up right here, go up here, and then, let's see, we'll have to put right here and here. So we do need to make an alternator, which looks like so. Let's see, we should have some more light engineering blocks. Crafted quite a lot because I knew we would need them. And then we're gonna need some other components that I should have. You can find them out in the back rooms. The copper block. There it is, copper coil block. And we are gonna need a shaft. Done. So let's route this over here, that way we can get some power to these machines. So let's see, this is here. We need to put it right like so. Where's my wrench? Come on, come on. Okay, let's turn. There we go. And then you put this low voltage wire connector here. And then we are going to need some copper wiring, low voltage, so we're going to have to craft some of that. It's pretty easy. I think it's just sticks and this low voltage stuff. Let me check. Yep, and you get 4. Come over here, here, here. Okay, and then we're gonna need one more. So where's our copper? I could have swore I had a lot of copper. Huh. No matter, we can get some more. Not in short supply, just need to make some more wires. And as far as everything else goes, it's pretty easy to craft it. I think we need 2 actually, because you need 4 wires. And it's really not that difficult. You just come over here. You need to flatten it into a plate. And then just run it through the mill. Just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, put our stick. And now we can connect this here. And then this goes here. Okay. Now we're gonna need to connect this to here, which we can do pretty easily with a, like so, with a belt. Generating 90 FE a tick, and now these machines are charging. That's not a ton of power. Let's see, how much stress is that putting on the system? Doesn't really say, which is odd. You would think that this would say how much stress it's putting. Okay, that's full. That's full. This will have a little bit of charge. Now the issue is I don't know how much power these machines are going to take in, and if we're going to be running them 24/7, then that means that a single alternator might not be enough. Now, as you can see, it does say 90 FE per tick at current speed. If you use cogwheels, large and small, to increase the ratio, you can generate more power. But for now, let's get some more lava into our blaze burner, just so the machines don't shut off. See, there's some lava. Where you at? He could do another 2 buckets. Cook that up. At some point I need to change that so it's more automatic, but that can wait. So now that we have the machines going and they're powered, we need to make fiberboard. So as you can see, we need 8 sawdust and a bucket of phenolic resin to make 8 fiberboard. Or you can take 100 millibuckets of resin and any planks to turn into fiberboard by using a spout. Now, to make the phenolic resin, that's going to be the first step. So we can use this to make ethanol right here. So we need to make ethanol, which I believe is a byproduct of plants. Ethanol, industrial fermenter. Yeah, so potato, melon, tomato, sweet berries, apple, sugarcane, honey bottles, glowberries, and beetroot. So because we have access to a lot of sugarcane pretty easily thanks to the SNAD, we can just fill that up here. And now that we're going to need to be producing this in larger quantities, we are going to have to set up a machine to automatically harvest our crops. Before it was very easy, I only needed this for like... Okay, it looks like it drained very fast. Yeah, this is all out. But it is converting to ethanol at a very slow pace. Looks like the power draw really isn't enough. At least for one machine, looks like it's fine, like it's running. But I think if we run both of these machines in parallel, the power draw might be a little too much. Now, if I remember correctly, low voltage wiring, let's see, it should say, here we go, can only transfer 256, and in total it's 2048. So at a rate of 90 FE a tick, that's really not a problem. We could make it go a little bit faster using gear ratios, which we'll probably need to do. Let's see, so this is at 90. We're gonna need 1 cogwheel, 1 large cogwheel, small here, big here, and then we can connect this like so. Ooh, we're overstressed. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like we have reached the limit of our system. We can't produce any more power. So let me do this, turn you back on. Which means our boiler status size needs to increase. So as you can see, the water's fine. It's saying we need to add more heat. So we're going to need another blaze burner, which we can get. Put that in there. We're going to need more heavy engineering blocks at some point. So to make another blaze summoning, we're going to need 2 more of these. Grab our redstone. Let's see, we should have enough in here. Oh, I was converting it all. Interesting. Forgot about that. Okay, make that. That's fine. We need this to make more of our heavy engineering blocks. So it's not really a waste. Don't mind me, just polishing my rose quartz. Okay, so that's gonna cook it into our thingamabob. Where is my book on summoning? I put that away somewhere. Because it was charcoal, 2 of those. Oh, and a hot steel. That's what it was. Gonna need more hot steel. As you can see, the improved blast furnace was made, and I also built the preheaters, so it goes a little bit faster, as you can see. This is way faster than before. It is a monster at burning through our charcoal though, which is very annoying. I need to figure out a better way to get charcoal. Why is this not... Oh, you also need the dust. There we go. What kind of augmentations can you put in here? Interesting. Okay, 1 and 2. I'm gonna need to take 1 charcoal as well. Then we will need another cage. Empty blaze burner. Cage. We need our iron bars. They're over there. Iron bars. Where are you at? There they are. See, load some of the stuff in the backpack. One, 2, 3, 4. Charcoal. Light it up. Let's grab this guy. Yoink. Come and join your friend. Let's see, we're gonna need another straw. I think it was just in here, right? Yep. Now we're definitely gonna need more lava. Heat and size. Where's the rest of my buckets? Should have some cobblestone in here. Now let's see, if we feed both of them, heat goes up, which means I might just need to add another steam engine here. I can't make it any taller, right? Yeah. Can't make it taller. We're gonna need some fluid pipes. We're gonna need a steam engine, shaft, and a block of copper. Shaft, grab our copper. Now let's see if we have enough power here. Let's see. 16,000 via 2 engines. But I want more power than this. Because to run all of our machines, it's going to get a lot more expensive. So we need 2 of that. We're going to need some fluid tanks. 4 of them. So we need a copper casing, which is just... Okay, so we need 4 copper casing. That's going to take 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. And some wood. We need to flatten these. One, 2, 3, 4. And 4, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna take these off. move this one like so. Water goes in. Now it should be too tall to just let me put it on the top, right? Yeah, it's too tall. So now we need to put these on the side. Like that. And it shouldn't matter where I plug it in, so we can just do it right here. Like that, connect it with a belt. Actually, I don't think a belt will work. So let's see. No, don't need that. We're gonna rotate these guys. Huh? Where did it? Oh, it's in there. That's why. Two, 3, and 4. Yeah, I want them like this, that orientation. Oh, there we go. Like that. So now it's idle. Take this off for now. Take this one. So now these are turning the shafts upward. So they're here. Actually, the gear is right here. So yep, actually like this will be better. And, yep, and like that. Now we can actually just connect that here. Here. Then if I do this and this, put a belt. Okay, this sort of works. In order to get the full power, I need to put a gearbox up here, because you can see they're spinning opposite directions. And a gearbox will fix that. Alloy, we're gonna need a block. Ah. Come over here. There we go. So now we're generating 32,768 stress units via 4 engines with the boiler size of 2. Now to get more power out of this, I will need more blazes, and these guys are getting thirsty. And I found you do have to be careful. If you pull them out like that, they do stack, but Minecraft knows they're not supposed to stack. So if you try to right click with them like that, it gets very angry. Awesome. Okay, so now if I come back over here. Oh, why did the crimsite come over here? Oh, it must have fell down. Oh, wait a minute. That's not good. I broke the setup. Yeah, it's not supposed to be like that. That's not good. The whole system is running in reverse. Which means to fix this, I need to change these rotations to go the other way. Okay, I'll solve that later. As for right now, let's connect this and see if it'll break again. It shouldn't break. Okay, now it's generating 135 FE a tick. It's pretty good. Put this away. Put that in there, that in there. Okay, so now we want to make the resin. So we're making ethanol, as you can see in here. Ethanol comes out of here. And then we want to take this ethanol, mix it with creosote oil and a silver plate to make phenolic resin. So we need to pump our creosote oil into this machine, and we need to pump the ethanol out of here into here. Now, since I have access to so much iron, we actually don't need to make a mechanical pump. We can just make a fluid pump because it's a lot more efficient, is what I would say. And it's more efficient because, let's see, we need to make this. And we need that, this. Because this pump, I need my wrench. Where is my toolbox? There we go. Fluid input, fluid output. Wait, where's the output on this? Where is my notebook? Okay, this is the fermenter. Items can be input into the fermenter via the two hatches at the back that are marked with blue dots. The hatch with the orange dot serves as the item output, and the block below it to output fluids. Okay, so this is where items come out. This is where the fluids come out. So fluid here. And then this is set to output. Now for the refinery, fluids are input through the two ports on either side of the block and output through the orange mark port in the front. So fluids come out here. You can input fluids in here. So as you can see, it's not doing anything, but if you just take a lever and apply a redstone signal, it'll pump the items out. The reason it says it has an internal battery of 8K FE is that you can use the bottom to suck up bodies of water, and that process requires energy. If you just want it to act as a pump to pull from one storage to another, you just need to apply a redstone signal. Okay, so now that we have that in, we need to apply pipes along this wall here, go up on the ceiling. That way we can pull our creosote oil out of here. So we will need another pump, which means we need some more iron sheets. Actually, I think I have some in here. I have fluid pipes, that's going to be useful, but guess not. We're going to need more iron sheets because we need 1 here and then 5 here. So let's make a stack, half a stack. Actually, we have so much iron. Why am I worried about how much we're making? Let's see, that's funny. So if I want to fix this, I can just... I need if I want to make this turn the right way again, I need to replace that with a regular shaft, and then use a chain drive here. Let's see, zinc. I think I have some, only a little bit. Actually, I have one, so I just need to make one. Chain drive. Case chain drive. Ash alloy, and then the chain. Where is our shafts? So we just need to disconnect this. Take this off here. Chain drive. Chain drive. Then disconnect this. And there we go. Now it's running the way it's supposed to. Iron sheets. Oh. It's going to be over here. Okay. So you're processing those. Now let's make our pump. Now I do believe there is a distance associated with these pumps, so if you want it to pump very far, you do need multiple. Luckily you can just do stuff like that. As you can see, that's what the hole in the bottom is for. Stick, lever, fluid input, fluid output, like so. Now let's run these pipes all along here. Let's make some more. There we go. Let's see, let's try 24. It's funny, the back rooms make for some interesting design decisions because you have to work with the environment. You can't just tear the environment down. Okay, almost there. Probably another 16 ought to do it. Okay. Now if we attach our lever and turn this on, it should pump the creosote oil into the machine. Yep, it's getting pumped out. It's coming in here. Now we just need a silver plate. Now we should have a bunch of silver from the machines we've been salvaging in the back rooms. Silver, tin, iron, silver. Huh, just 6. There might be more in this box. Yeah. Now we're gonna flatten this guy. Now if we put it in here, it's now running. As you can see, the battery's getting drained quite fast here. But now we've produced phenolic resin. So yeah, as you can see, even when we overcharge this alternator, we don't really have enough power to run both machines at the same time, which means I'm going to need more alternators. And we're going to have to keep increasing the power of our boiler, because that's going to be a very big bottleneck, is energy production. But right now, we're producing 32,768 stress units. Whereas before we were producing just 8,000, so that's a big step forward. But now that we have the phenolic resin, let's see, let me put these away, don't need that. We need a spout and a depot, which as you know, is very easy to craft. You just take one of these, one of those, bam bam, to make a depot. And then to make our spout, we need a copper casing and cured glue. Let's see, where's my glue at? There it is. So let's see, we could probably keep it in here. We're gonna need these, we're gonna need another pump. Because we'll do this, there, like so. Pump. That one. This one. Here. Oh, I didn't craft the pump. Pump. Fluid input. Fluid output. Make another lever. Fill with the resin, and now if we put wood, we make fiberboard. Now, it seems like it does waste it, which I did notice that, because if you look at the crafting for fiberboard, they put the recipe is that fiberboard is made by mixing phenolic resin with anything tagged as planks, and since fiberboard is tagged as planks, it will keep using it, which is a bit of an oversight, at least with this version. But if you do the sawdust method, that's not a problem. The only issue is getting the sawdust is kind of annoying, since you don't really have a lot of trees. But if you just pay attention and just craft what you need, it's not really a problem. But I wonder how that will interact. Like if you try to automate this using a conveyor belt, will it let it go, or will it see like, oh, I can craft this again? Interesting. I'll have to try that out. But now that we have the fiberboard, we can finally make brass casings. And what is the sturdy sheet? A sturdy sheet is steel, lead plate, heated. And this is for an enchanting guide, a miner's cooking guide, the train schedule, the cooking guide. If you want to make the train casing, you need sturdy sheets. That's what it's for. Which, as you saw, we will need a train, at least one, so we can get our copper and zinc supply going. Unless I want to do... No, you need to do it like that, just because you can't make a very long conveyor belt and expect it to work. Those chunks will unload. This is not Factorio. But, now that we have that, where is our brass? I thought we made a bunch of brass. Where did I put it? Brass, brass, brass. Where did you go? Ah, there it is. Now if we take this and combine it, brass. Wants us to make the train casing, and we're moving on forwards. We are going to need 2 more igneous extruders so we can set up our copper and our zinc. But then once we do that, once we finish getting the resources for the train, we can do that to build our resource depot. And once we do that, we can move on further down this chapter. As you can see, chapter 4 is quite big, bigger than the previous chapters by quite a lot. A lot of it is the setup. As you can see, it takes a lot of infrastructure in order to finish. But we're getting there, and it's going a lot faster. Now that we're working towards infinite renewable resources, and we don't have to go out and find them all the time, it lets you move a lot faster. See, I do not need all that cobblestone. But as you can see, I also fixed this, so now it takes 3 smart chutes and puts it in here. Now, this is a bug with the kegs that I noticed, is that if you look at the recipe, it says 2 will make... It basically adds 1. So if you have 1 in here, you get 2, 2 gets 3, 3 is 4, 4 is 5. But the issue seems to be if you only have 2 in here, it won't process. Like if I take it out, it starts going. If you have 3, it works fine. You have 4, works fine. Which is very weird. It does break the machines, as you could see. And it's odd. I'm not really sure how you could fix that. The only workaround I kind of have is that if you fill up all 4 and do it like this, and you make 5, eventually you'll have so much in here that you'll be able to skip over the 2 and just go straight into the 3 and the 4. And once all these are full, you're just producing 5 every time, and you'll just have excess available, which will kind of figure it out. But at least right now it's really annoying. You have to make sure you're looking at it every once in a while just to make sure it's not getting stuck. Because if it gets stuck, you're not producing at all. Let's see, I need to fix that. Let's see, and it should have cleaned itself up over here, which it did. And it's funny, now I have so much iron, I don't even know what to do with it. But, anyways, the next things I need to work on is charcoal. There has to be a way to get infinite charcoal. Because as you can see, it's any logs that burn, obviously. But the reason I need charcoal specifically is for the blast furnace. If you take a look. Oh, I spelled it wrong. This is stuff you can burn in it. It only takes charcoal, block of coke, block of charcoal, and coke. Since it doesn't take wood, you can't, what's the word, burn other stuff in it. And since the only way I can see right now to get charcoal is putting furniture into the coker, it's very inefficient. Now, luckily we are using the creosote oil for other things, which is very good. But it is a little bit annoying to have to go out and search for furniture. There are a couple places where furniture comes up to be quite a lot of, what's the word? Abundance? But for the most part, it's just pretty annoying. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to solve that, but until we get trees, I don't think we can. But anyways, I'm your host, Hamas28, and I'll see you guys next time.